Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Guys, as you come into the chat, don't forget to like the video. It's an important way and a great way of supporting our channel, but other channels that talk about reality TV news, that cover pop culture news. If you missed it earlier today, I posted a new updated video on the DL Hughley and Monique situation. Be sure to check that out. Hopefully this will be the final response between this back and forth between these two legendary comedians. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already. This is our Tuesday Takeover. Yes. And yes, thank God I'm sounding a little bit better. I'm still dealing with a little something. I'm not 100%. That's why when you start to feel a little bit better, take it easy. Don't go full all in. So yeah, I'm still taking it somewhat easy, guys, but I wanted to definitely do our Tuesday Takeover, which we do every single Tuesday here on the channel. And later today, we will finally be able to recap Love Match Atlanta at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So be here or be square. Sometimes the matchmakers show up in the live chat. So if you have questions for this amazing new show, be here at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to everyone that's already in the live chat. I did post a poll asking you guys, what should we talk about first? So let me take a look at that. But first, let me post this up so you can see don't forget our Pride merch is now available, y'all. If you haven't checked it out already, our Pride merch is now available. It's the first time that we've launched merch here on the channel. So be sure to check that out at TheKempire.com/shop. All right. Our mods will be posting links and things like that in the live chat. But replay crew, we want to hear what you guys have to say as well. And thank you to everyone that's already purchased something. We appreciate your support. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. First of all, let me see what the poll is saying. Okay. You guys want us to talk about 90 Day Fiancé first. Maybe because you just want us to get it out of the way, right? That might be it. Hold on. Let me just make sure I got this poll right. Let me put it in front of me. Let me see. Hold on. How come this thing is... Yeah, it looks like you guys want us... Hold on. Why is this... See, YouTube, can y'all get it together with this whole situation? Why can't I see my my results? Anyways, we will start off with 90 Day Fiancé. You know why we're going to start off with 90 Day Fiancé? Because first of all, we've been telling you that the whole Jibri and Miona storyline is fake. We've been telling you this for a long time. We've been telling you this for a long time, that this storyline is fake. Not that they are a fake relationship, but they've been married allegedly way before this show. So all of what we're seeing play out on the show is so that they can get their music and their whatever career Miona wants to get popped off. We've been telling you guys this because there's been evidence. And then someone sent me the evidence in our texting community, guys. If you're not a part of our texting community, this is where you're able to drop me T. This is where I drop you T as well. So be sure to join that community. So let me just play a clip from an interview that Jibri did back in 2020. Come on. I don't know why people think the internet has some of the best detectives. Sidebar, I am not going to talk about Lisa Rinna for the rest of the season unless something is explosive. Last week, we talked about Lisa Rinna and the beef between her and this alleged Kathy Hilton assistant. Yes, I've seen all the other things that have played out since then, with the assistant allegedly coming out, denying, throwing Kathy Hilton and his NDA under the bus. And now Lisa Rinna has taken to her social media to be like, I want to, all you internet detectives, I want to find out who this person really is. I am not the one behind it. If you don't get your grown ass... I would imagine that Lisa Rinna, with a beauty brand, an acting alleged career, her reality TV career, you would be too busy than to worried about this type of... I'm too busy to be worried about, and this is my business, to be worried about this stupidity. Apparently, all the stuff that we reported on last week in regards to this person, there is no real house husbands of Sunset coming. If y'all don't stop with the tomfoolery, I don't care about Lisa Rinna and these online antics. I don't care about this kid Patrick and his trying to get some sort of clout from this whole situation. Kathy Hilton was at this MTV reality TV awards. I don't know what they're doing with that. I guess this is their MTV's last way of let's do an award show for reality TV. Kathy Hilton confirms in another interview that she will be at this year's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. All right. All right. I've digressed. But speaking of reality TV and how it's dying. I got my Theraflu here, y'all. I got to take a sip because I woke up this morning. I woke up at like 4 something in the morning. I couldn't breathe. Just when I thought I was feeling better, I was like, oh, damn it. It's all right. 90 Day Fiancé. Yeah, we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé because you guys voted. We're going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé first. So Jibri and Miona and their fake storyline, they're not the only fake storyline. This last episode of 90 Day Fiancé, for me, I felt like every relationship, every scene that we got to see was so pre-produced. Look, we get it. Reality TV is not what reality TV used to be, but 90 Day Fiancé never used to be this pre-produced. Every single relationship feels as if, especially this last episode, everything felt so pre-produced. All right. Let me just play this interview for you because I've been calling out Jibri and Miona and their fake relationship since the season began, and people were like, "Oh, look at this! This is not a real relationship." Take a listen to this interview that he did in Serbia, okay, back in 2020, where he refers to Miona as his wife. And this is coming from our friends over at 90 Day Fiancé Addict on YouTube. I'm just going to play the audio. Take a listen, guys.
And that people were not open-minded, and that people were judgmental, and people were scared. American people were scared just because of the propaganda with everything heard about Serbia. But then when I came here, this has been my second home, and now my wife's Serbian, and my life's Serbian, and everything to me is right. They're Serbian. So
y'all hear that? He referred to Miona as his wife. This is back in 2020, an interview he did in Serbia. Yes, there's not just this interview. There are countless other examples and evidence of Jibri and Miona being married before this show. Do I think that they were the only ones in on faking this relationship for television? No, I believe the 90 Day Fiancé. This is why y'all not going to see me hosting 90 Day Fiancé tell-alls, because I was like this. So, word on the street, y'all were married before the show. See, Sean Robinson's not going to do that. That's why I like our show right here. we could call them out for the BS. So Jibri and Miona, you can go. I'm done talking about them. That fake fight that we got to see this episode, all of a sudden he's on his phone. And then he's like this to David. David apparently put him in a coma when they were younger. If y'all don't get the hell off one. I'm done. And, it's one thing when, we've had seasons where there was like one couple that just felt so pre-produced. This episode showed me how all of these couples are pre-produced. All right, let's jump into these other couples because I'm done with Miona and Jibri, if that's their real names. Patrick and Thais. I believe this couple is real, but I also feel as if producers are leaning into the conflict between Thais and John. John, what was that on your lip, John? I have to point out the things that I noticed in these episodes. So John is Patrick's brother. They've been through a lot. As I said to you before, I feel like Patrick has a real story. There's so much that has gone on in his life. But at this point, it's sort of like they're trying to make a situation where Thais is like, oh, we have to live with John. You're a grown man, Patrick. I get it. You know, John was there for you for a very long time when you went through a lot of different things, but you're a grown man and you're trying to marry this woman. I thought the new house was beautiful, though. She didn't like it. She's like, why is he living with us? Seriously, why is he living with us? But of course, they have to have a moment. They have to have some sort of conflict. This is reality TV, but we've seen this before. We've seen this on this show before. It's getting tired. It's getting boring. Moving along. Look, moving along. I'm not wasting too much time on these people. Kobe and this girl, Emily. I want you to go back, for those that missed this, go back, and when he was shoveling the horse manure, when he tells her to shut the F up, which I said on my Twitter yesterday, he was saying shut the F up for all of us. But do I believe that that's what he said? No. I don't know Kobe, but based on what I could tell from his energy, even when he is trying to be in these pre-produced moments, he has a tell. Okay, you know we're body language experts. Come on. We're body language experts. It's very clear to me when he is falling into these pre-produced moments. He almost smiles with his eyes. Tyra would be proud. Because even when he told her to shut the F up, Kobe, even though he had the mask on, I could see he wanted to laugh. Shut the F up. Do I believe Emily is really annoying? Yes. Do I believe that she is very controlling? Yes. She's a Virgo. Virgos, calm down. Calm down, Virgos. Do I believe that she is very annoying? But when he told her to shut the F up, I was like, that just doesn't seem like, I don't know Kobe, but I could tell. I'm a good judge of character. That's not something that's coming out of his mouth. Not, at least not to this point. He's been there only a couple of days. And she's like, when she said, is that how, I don't know, I forgot what she said, but she made a reference to Africa. I'm not sure if that's how they do, how they speak to people in Africa. That's sounding a little racist. What? What? I don't believe this storyline. I don't. And I'm not interested in this storyline. Kobe, literally, get out. Oh, okay, I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one. Okay. Okay. I wasn't the only one. KKK says Virgos are controlling. Oh, I never knew. All right. Sisonomu says that's how they talk. That's how they talk here, Emily, in the US. Right? I was just like, that has nothing to do with Africa. So Emily is annoying, and so many of you are reacting to her, but I'm not falling for the okie doke. I'm not falling for the okie doke. I felt like every couple this episode had pre-produced moments. That whole horse manure, yes, they want to take the foreigner and put them into this situation that they may not be used to. Let me tell you something. My father grew up on a farm in Jamaica. I'm sure he shoveled some manure at some point. So bringing Kobe to middle America shoveling, you don't think Kobe you think Kobe's a stranger to hard work? No, come on now. Come on now. So these little pre-produced moments, oh, you told me to shut the F up in front of my mother. Tamara said. Tamara says, I yelled shut the F up before he did. Cherise says, and her family keeps saying he needs to work, but he literally cannot work. Not like he wants to live off of them. And that's the thing. I feel like I didn't want to come here and be so pessimistic and so whatever the word is. I can't, y'all. Look. Because I don't want us to be so desensitized to reality TV that we don't believe these pre-produced moments anymore. But I don't. We're not stupid 90 Day Fiancé producers. We're not stupid Bravo producers. Stop it with the pre-produced moments. Tell us the real stories. Trust me, people will be more interested in that. Sylvia says, the parents know this too. Like, we all know this. Them expecting Kobe to do what? He can't do anything. First of all, until they get married. And even after they get married, there's a waiting period. And if you know anything in regards to the United States, situation, it's going to take even longer depending on when they decide they want to work. And I mean, the government officials. I'm not talking about Kobe. Anyways, guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover. We have over 300 people in the building. Be sure to like this video if you haven't liked it already. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Let me continue because I do have some more reality TV news that we have to get into, including the Real Housewives of Atlanta ratings. And I want to talk about Below Deck Down Under. A lot to unpack. Okay, let me move on. Bilal and Shida. This is another couple that people are having an emotional reaction to. Bilal and Shida, yes, people keep saying that he has OCD. I don't know if he has been clinically diagnosed. He does seem like he is. Here's the pre-produced moment again. Her, part of their religion, they have to wash and clean. But I have to call BS. Producers, as a West Indian, there is no way that we're going to wash and leave water all over the kitchen. A West Indian woman is going to leave water all over the kitchen, on the wood. Come on now. Maybe if it was some other woman, maybe even a Black American woman is not going to be doing that. Never mind a West Indian woman. These moments, and you can see it on their faces because these people are real people, so they're not actors. Well, some of them are actors. So they're like you read it all over. Even Shida, when she came into the kitchen, she's just like, "Oh, I've leaving her job pins in the couch." That was pre-produced moment. Do I believe she probably would do that in real life? Probably, maybe, because like she said, is it gonna? I forgot what she said exactly, but she's like, it's not inflatable. It's not gonna. It's gonna burst. Deborah says, "Team neither of these two." Hashtag team neither of these two. See, Sister One says, as a Bayesian, I co-sign. Empress says, we are thorough. These people are fraudulent. I can't tell you how mad I was watching this episode. In my sickliness, watching it, I'm like, and look, Family Chantel, well, I'm not done with y'all either. We'll get to you in a second. Okay? So Bilal and Shida, they still have their issues. She doesn't know if he wants to have kids. Spoiler alert, they've gotten married. Allegedly, they're going to be on Happily Ever After. I'm not that interested. Nope. Speaking of not interested, let's talk about... Ariel, I'm going to always bring this photo up. I'm always going to bring this photo up. Ariella and Benny are back here in the United States. Benny wants to be a street fighter. Not a street fighter. What the hell does he want to be? An MMA fighter? Same thing. Anyways, so apparently that is his storyline. So we're going to see him go through this whole process. If you've been following the 90 Day Fiancé news offline, we knew that he actually has been in fights, like, professional fights since he's been here. That's how we knew he was already in the country. But Ariel, although she's bringing him to do this because it is their storyline, she's complaining. She's like, oh, I have so much to do. I have to, take care of Avi. I'm also working on the social media thing and blah, 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 blah. And then we get the pre-produced moment of him in the gym. Because she's like, I didn't realize he was going to have half of the day at the gym to do this sort of training. So she's already finding a reason to complain and how this is going to inconvenience her and her life. So would she rather, very much like Kobe, would these people rather them just sit at home and do nothing? He wants to help you out with the horses. Benny wants to at least do something where he could probably in the future make a little bit of money. I don't know the probability of someone in their 30s starting an M&A career. I don't know how that works. I'm not into that. All right. But Benny has had some interesting careers. He likes to dance. He likes to work out. I think he's better off being a trainer. Honestly, I think he would have been better off being a trainer than, because to me, it's like, okay, why would you want to get into the ring and actually get physically hurt at this point in your life? And then we had this last scene with them where Ariella comes in, and I saw the pre-produced moment when they literally had this female and Benny in this very awkward fighting, move, and she walks in and she sees it. And she's like ready to fight the girl. You ready to fight this girl who's trained to fight? Let's see it. Let's see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh no, we're not going to see it because it's pre-produced. Because in real life, Ariella would have been dragged up and down that gym by that girl. Oh, so you're wearing fake eyelashes and makeup to the gym? Another pre-produced moment. What is going on, 90 Day? Sometimes you just got to let some stuff go. Like if a show is starting to become too pre-produced, sometimes you just got to revamp. Very much what you guys did with that other show that they produced. The one where people were going off into the wild? I forgot the name of it. Oh, Love Off the Grid. Love Off of the Grid. That felt 100% authentic. Sometimes you just got to revamp. I get it. 90 Day Fiancé has millions of viewers. It's made TLC, Discovery, 90 Day Fiancé producers lots of money. But at this point, you're going to be like a Bravo. Okay, hold on. Someone says they don't think it was a pre-produced moment. Hold on. Kay says, I don't think it was pre-produced. And that's what they were hoping for. That's what they were hoping for. Just saying. Thank you, Nora. All right. Thickum says, my thing is, jealousy aside, why would you train with a gender that you're not going to be actually fighting with? Very true, because it's pre-produced. It's pre-produced. Very good point, Thickums. Why would he be training with someone or fighting someone in that way if that's not who you're going to be fighting with? Okay, Nisi says, so pre-produced. Literally how Ariella came in, we were like, okay, here we go with the pre-produced moment. All right. See, Tamara says, it was definitely pre-produced. Empress says, thought the Kempire, you're on point. They should have added the drag through. I mean, if you want to take it there, if you want to make us go like, oh, maybe this is real, allow them to fight. Go ahead, girls. Go ahead, ladies. Because it wasn't real. It wasn't real. I can't tell you how upset I was at this episode. Oh, wait, we can't forget about my girl. We can't forget about my girl. Oh, gosh, Eve. There's not a lot I have to say about this couple. I do feel a lot of the emphasis on his religion and what he expects from her is pre-produced. I don't think she ever said to this man that she was going to convert to his faith. But I felt last week was so pre-produced, them showing off their breasts and her dressing in that see-through dress where you saw her thong. I felt like that also was just trying to trigger him. And but also I believe the producers were like, this is what we're going to do. This is what the scene is going to be. I'm over it. We're only on episode 8 of this season. I can't even imagine this getting any better. But oh, there was a real moment though. We had one real moment in this episode of 90 Day Fiancé, and that was when he broke down talking about his father, Mohammed. He was talking about his father. That was the real moment. Like, why don't you producers understand that these people have real stories? Patrick has so much real story that you're not really tapping into, but you much rather let's rehash. This is what the suits do. They see success in one particular area and they just want to recreate that over and over and over again until they start seeing the numbers drop instead of capturing real stories. Muhammad got really emotional talking about the loss of his father. He lost his father when he was very, very young. So he's very connected and he's very close to his mom. And I know a lot of you are thinking like he kind of wants Eve to treat him like his mom treats him. But that's a lot of guys from his part of the world too. We've seen this before. This is not new to 90 Day Fiancé. But even that wasn't that interesting for me this week. Okay. All right. Can we move on? Since we've already exposed 90 Day Fiancé? Did I miss any? I didn't miss anyone from this cast. I mean, we didn't get a couple of people this week, but I didn't miss anyone. I'm over 90 Day Fiancé this week. Maybe next week will be better, but let's move on. I do want to quickly talk about Below Deck Down Under. Below Deck Down Under, I am fully up to date. I can't believe we're getting this many episodes. They're up to episode 14 and the season's not over. But in this last episode, Captain Jason got rid of a bunch of people. Where's Captain Jason? Where's my picture of Captain Jason? Don't I have a picture of Captain Jason? What's happening here? Oh, there we go. Captain Jason, which they need to start calling him Captain. I said this last week. I'm going to say it again this week. They need to start calling him Captain. He's a little too lackadaisical with these people. They need to put some respect on Captain Jason's name, okay? So Captain Jason decides this week, I thought he was just going to fire Magda, even though we really felt like Chef Ryan should have been gone. Apparently, he got rid of both of them. But of course, Ryan, like so many people, was just started to show who he really was in that moment. Captain Jason fires them. He's talking about Captain Jason, talking about all kinds of stuff. I was like, you just keep showing us who you really are. Just keep showing us who you really are. This is why you're getting fired. You felt like you gave these charters your best effort. We come to, and this is if you've ever worked with someone like Ryan before, and when I say someone like Ryan, doesn't have to be a chef, someone that just doesn't, they give you the bare minimum. When they leave that job and you see what they've left behind, you're like, oh, are we surprised that the kitchen was a mess? When the new chef comes in, that he's like, this kitchen's a mess, because he barely gave 2 F's about the food he was making. You think he was cleaning up the kitchen? So I felt bad for this chef. Not only did he have to get acquainted with this kitchen, he had to clean up this kitchen and then prepare food for this next charter. Magda, bye. Magda, bye. You were more concerned. Magda was happy to go because she wanted to go make sure her boyfriend wasn't cheating on her with her best friend. Just saying. Bye, Magda. You were terrible. You were lucky to have Aisha. Aisha was very lackadaisical in regard. We have a lot of lackadaisical leadership on this yacht, honestly. Aisha, you probably, certain people like Toomey, you can let go, and because she will manage herself. But Magda needed a little bit more. Like, come on, girl, get off your phone. Melinda, thank you so much for the super chat. Melinda says, Muhammad said recently on social media that they had the same religious marriage ceremony in Egypt as Bilal and Shaida before the 90 days. Really? That's interesting. Thank you so much, Melinda, for the super chat. Denise, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel. And thank you again to everyone that sends in super chats. Also, those that send in the PayPals and the Venmos and the Cash App. I see that usually after the live, but we appreciate you guys any way that you try to support. Also, those of you that have been checking out our Kempire Pride merch that is now available. Be sure to check that out at teamkempire.com/shop. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Courtney. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. This morning I woke up feeling like, oh God, I guess I'm not 100%. So here I am drinking. Okay. Exactly. Amy says that's so gross. Cooking food in a dirty kitchen. He gave bare minimum. And no wonder that these two were good friends. But Chocolate Chunk says Magda was the second worst. So we were surprised that Magda was getting fired and Ryan wasn't. But it's really hard to get rid of a chef. But if he didn't have the backup, if Captain Jason didn't have the backup, I don't think he would have gotten rid of Chef Ryan. But he had the backup. So now we have some new folks taking their place. We shall see. We shall see how this goes. Jamie is still working a nerve. Jamie has had like some experience. He was a bosun, he was a rescuer, he was doing this. Now he's talking about flying helicopters. Okay, Jamie. Magda on the way out. You saw how Magda on the way out. She's like, if I was single to Captain Jason. Everybody's flirting with Captain Jason. But I'm looking at Captain Jason. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Captain Jason, I think you're a lovely person. I think you are a little too easy on some of these folks, and that's why they take advantage. You teach people how to treat you. KK, thank you so much for the super chat. KK is just say the same. Oh, just to say thank you, Kempire, for brightening up my days. Thank you so much, KK. That was very sweet of you. I love when you guys say that to me because when I fight through sickness and when I fight through trying to make these lives happen or video content happen, it's those things that help motivate me. Everyone keeps saying to make a hottie toddy. Y'all know I don't drink, right? I don't even have whiskey in my house, but apparently it works. Don't make me make a hottie toddy. Come on here, drunk. Anyways, guys, let's move on. Let's move on because there is more that I want to talk about. All right, can we talk about the family? We'll talk about family Chantel. I do want to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta ratings. All right, let's get into that. And this is from our friends over at TV Deets. But hold on, I want to talk about first. Hold on. I want to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville and their ratings. Okay, so. TV Deets reports that Love and Marriage's latest episode on Saturday came in with 475,000 viewers. This is a season high in their demo. Yes, the viewership was higher last week, which was a season high for them. So they said another great weekend for Love and Marriage in the ratings. Saturday, Love and Marriage Huntsville earned a 0.10 in the demo with 475,000 viewers as a season high in the demo. Meanwhile, Love and Marriage DC was even in the demo, scoring 359,000 viewers. I think this is great. I feel like DC has been maintaining their ratings. That is really good for the show. I really think that's really good for Love and Marriage DC. Like their ratings haven't really dipped. I think people are still checked in. They're still interested. It's not surpassing Huntsville, but Huntsville has been on for 4 seasons. I think this is pretty damn good for them. And I'm enjoying DC so far. If you missed our Love and Marriage DC recap yesterday, be sure to check that out here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. TikTok for those that are wondering. Thank you guys so much on TikTok for the gifts. Thank you guys so much for tapping your screens. We're live on TikTok. We're also live on Twitch and Twitter. We're live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. Let me turn on my fan because it's getting hot in the studio. Or maybe something's going on. Oh, wait. JF says Kempire have zinc. It's a powerhouse and a hot shower. If you have eucalyptus oil, throw some drops on the bathtub. Need to sweat it out, which a hottie toddy will do. You guys are so amazing with all of your elixirs. First of all, I have zinc on the way. Literally, that was in my subscribe and save on Amazon, but it's supposed to come today, I think, today or tomorrow, but I probably should just go to the store and get it. But anyways, thank you so much. Thank you, JF. Okay. Dewan says, Love and Marriage DC needs better promo. It's such a good show. Needs a larger cast too. Well, you have to remember, Love and Marriage, Huntsville started off with 3 couples. So I think they're trying to keep that flow going. I also believe that Winter was supposed to be one of the couples with her scammer. So sorry. So I think that's what it was. But the ratings are decent. They're decent for Huntsville and DC. I think the fight that happened last week helped Huntsville as well. And thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel always. All right. Okay, let me bring up the other ratings for Atlanta, because the ratings for Atlanta might surprise you this week. So as you know, we recapped Real Housewives of Atlanta yesterday. It was an interesting episode. I don't think it was their best episode in my opinion so far this season. I still feel like the Brooklyn's Brooklyn's birthday party was the highlight for me so far. But this is okay. This is okay. Let me share my screen. All right. So She by Herself episode brought in the 0.26 demo, 18 to 49, with 808,000 viewers. This is down from last week. All right. So TV Deeds writes in their caption, Sunday's RHOA earned a 0.26 in the demo with 808,000 viewers, down from the season high recorded back on May 21st. All right. I don't know. Okay, we'll look. Let's look at this. This was a season high for Watch What Happens Live. Okay, it wasn't a season high, but this is not bad ratings for Watch What Happens Live. Episode 92 for season 19. Damn. They had a 0.13 in their demo, and 448,000 viewers. All right. All right. All right. Did we see any Love Match Atlanta ratings? Hold on. I don't think they posted that. I would like to see that as well. Did they post that? No, I don't see that. It's all right. We will be recapping Love Match Atlanta tonight, so at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. Let me go back to what we were talking about. Let me see what you guys say. Let me see. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, I see you guys got the spam that was going on in the chat. Thank you guys. Not called Tyrone. Claire says the 1 week break did RHOA so much harm. The previous episode was so close to 1 million views. Yeah, I didn't think that it would. I thought it would make people miss it more, but you might be right. I think they also didn't want to risk it because it was Memorial Day weekend. But so many people were hitting me up asking me, there's no RHOA this week? I was like, no. And I thought it might be a good thing because I just didn't want them to fall off, but it may have. It may have. All right. Uh-oh. Foxy says Phaedra did say RHOA was sinking like the Titanic. Yeah, if you missed my video yesterday with Phaedra Parks talking about and alluding to maybe going to Dubai. Well, she is going to buy a home in Dubai, she said. So Nisi says Phaedra is a hater. The lady's still employed and going in for 14 years. This is true. Courtney says the vibrator episode was whack. Yeah, I just feel like it could have been better. Anyways, all right. Let me move on. Because we have, what else did I want to talk about? Hold on. Let me make sure I have everything that I wanted to talk. Oh, okay. I almost forgot to address this new show. So Tuesday Takeover, for those that don't know what it is, this is where we talk about a variety of reality TV news. Sidebar though, hold on. We got more spam. Come on now. All right. I think we got it, right? Do we get it? All right. Let me just get into this really quickly, y'all. So, Page Six is reporting that Luann de Lesseps and Sonia Morgan are getting their own reality TV show in the form of a sort of like Simple Life. Okay. So Luann de Lesseps and Sonia Morgan have signed a deal to star in their own show, Page Six has learned. According to sources close to production, it will be a simple lifestyle reality show in which the glamorous pals will live together in a middle America town and mingle with the regular folk, much like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie did in the seminal Fox reality show in the early aughts. Okay. We're told the paperwork is signed and they'll start filming this as yet an unnamed show in July. Apparently, it's still technically in development, but it's considered a lock to get greenlit any day now. Della Sips also appeared on the recent Bravo spinoff, The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, but it's the first time either of the twosome has fronted their own major show. It's also the only offshoot from the New York show that doesn't star former RHONY member Bethany Ever After aired from 2010 to 2012, and Bethany and Frederick aired in 2018. Luann and Sonia, of course, will be their fabulous selves, and each episode will have them interacting with the locals. I mean, okay. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Are you doing what you did when it came to Kim Zolciak and what Nene's accusing you of in their lawsuit? Look, RHONY's ratings were pretty bad, but normally, if it didn't have anything to do with race or anti-Semitism and them trying to protect Ramona, they would just be like, we're going to shake up the cast. We're going to make some changes, those types of things. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Did we get this? Okay, we got it. All right. Because apparently they really want to troll us today. What's going on with these okay. Nisi says they are not boring for their audience. Well, here's the thing. Shantae says it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but someone will watch. Look, here's the thing about the show. I think the show will be interesting. I'm just thinking that this is very interesting and very in line with what Bravo has done in the past, protecting their white talent. I said it. Because as I said to you before, the ratings were bad for RHONY, but normally with something like that, they wouldn't do what they're doing, a complete rehaul of the show. We're going to do maybe a separate show called Legacy for RHONY. Excuse me. And now we're hearing that they're going to get a separate show for Luann and Sonia. That's what it's feeling like. So instead of, we're going to take the show away from you, you're not going to be able to come back on RHONY, we're going to find some other things for you guys to do. That's what it's feeling like to me. And based on word on the street. Just saying. Sorry, y'all. I had a little tickle in my throat. So when I read the story, that's the first thing. Look, I would watch Luann and Sonia on a spinoff, but the timeliness of this is very interesting because everyone was wondering, so what's going to happen to Ramona, Luann, and everyone else on the show? That's Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen's trying to shut me up, y'all. Andy Cohen's trying to shut me up. I'm not going to shut up. Amy said, like Kim Z. Remember when Kim Z got her own show? That's what Nene's alluding in her, not alluding, that's what she's saying in her lawsuit. And word on the street, that's what I was hearing behind the scenes. That's what I've been hearing behind the scenes. That's why we didn't get a RHONY reunion. That's why they decided, we're not going to bring RHONY back. There's too much heat on us right now. There's too many eyes on us. Oh, let's try Ramona out on Ultimate Girls Trip, and then people will forget, and they'll remember how much they love Ramona. Just saying. Nope. That's the first thing that came to mind when I saw the announcement of this. Look, I like Sonia. And like I said before, the ratings for Roni were bad, but they weren't that bad. They weren't bad. And have y'all seen Watch What Happens Live's ratings? And I know you're probably like, you hate Andy Cohen. You always bring up his rating. No, because that to me is the perfect example of, oh, but you're renewing Watch What Happens Live for 2 more seasons? You're going to renew Watch What Happens Live for 2 more seasons, and those ratings fluctuate. Those ratings change on the daily, depending on who's going to be on the show. And some of those guests, you're like, damn, they really can't get anybody on this show anymore. But they renew that year after year. Roni's ratings, their worst ratings are still better than Watch What Happens Live. The reason why they're revamping and rebooting the show is not because, oh, it's time for a refresh. The fans have always been asking us to reboot. No, they're doing it because they didn't want to answer to the questions that people were asking when it came to Ebony K. Williams and how Ramona treated Ebony K. Williams on and off camera. Or how she treated, people of color off camera. Oh, Ramona, the streets have been talking. Are they going to give Ebony K. Williams her own show too? Ebony, are you getting your own show on Bravo? Or on NBC Universal? When Andy Cohen was asked whether or not maybe Ebony and her friends might be a part of this reboot, well, he says we haven't talked about it, but if Ebony has some friends, Andy Cohen, if you don't get out of our faces with this stupidness, I'm watching you, Bravo, but your days are numbered anyway, so. Hey. He says, why is Kempire like this? Maybe it's the sickness getting to my head. Oh, wait, I act like this without sickness. Anyways, guys, I'm going to move on. So apparently, Luann and Sonia are going to get their own Simple Life show. I would watch it because I like Sonia and Luann sometimes. I like Sonia, so I will watch the show. I don't have a problem with them getting their own show, but they're getting their own show because they decided, oh, we're going to revamp Roni because we don't want to answer the questions of race or anti-Semitism. Andy Cohen, you are really interesting. Anyways, I'm going to move on. Let's move on. Tracy says, thank you, Kempire. I like how you pour your tea. Thank you. All right. Let me focus. All right. So we already talked about that. Let's talk about the family Chantel. I know the premiere, thank God I remembered. Even in my sickness, I remember. I was like, wait, the family Chantel is back. All right. Let me pour some more tea. With family Chantel. So this is season 4 of the family Chantel. And I have to say, at the end of season 3, I was like, okay, because I felt like we were getting a real story. And then I did a whole video talking about how Pedro lied. Pedro lied. And I said, when season 4 starts, if season 4 gets greenlit, I'm calling Pedro out. I was so connected to Pedro last season because I feel like, oh, he can't fake these emotional tears. Apparently, Pedro's an actor. Apparently, Pedro is an actor. There is photo evidence that Pedro met his brothers years before last season. There's a photo. We did a whole video calling them out. Like, okay, so here's the evidence. So all that storyline, everyone feeling so sorry for Pedro last season about him in the search of his father, then the battling between, him and his mom over him trying to, get connected with his father. And then apparently his mom was the other woman. I don't believe any of it at this point. So this season, they're going to try and ignore that and say, okay, now he's having issues with Chantel. They're having issues in their marriage. They bought a new home. Honestly, and I've said this last season, I don't care about Pedro's family. I don't. I cared about them last season because of the storyline. But even last season, I said to you, I don't care about Nicole and her relationship with Alejandro. Apparently, she broke up with Alejandro. Okay, thank God we don't have to see that stiff hair anymore. But I don't need those separate scenes with Nicole. Shout out to Nicole, though. Nicole's trying to work on her English. We're getting more English confessionals from her. But I don't care about Nicole. Beautiful girl, beautiful woman. I don't care. I don't care about them. You know what I do care about? I want more scenes with Royal. We haven't forgot about you, Royal, but Royal's not coming back. I love that we're going. First of all, why are they going to Tijuana for the surgery? They could have went to DR. It's not like you guys don't have friends. It's not like you have friends, family in the DR. People go to the DR all the time for surgery. But they're going to Tijuana. Shout out to Winter. Winter, first of all, Winter was beautiful before the surgery. Winter is looking amazing, though. Beautiful. Look at Winter. Why is Winter dating a Nigerian? Are we doing a reverse 90 Day Fiancé now? Are we bringing 90 Day Fiancé back into the spinoff? So now she's dating a guy that's in Nigeria. And I look, Karen might be a real Karen in real life, but I love the scenes with Karen. I loved the first episode, we getting a trip of them going to Tijuana. The mom trying to negotiate a price with that man with those masks. Why is she getting those masks? I love her though. I think she's great for television. So I like the fact that I would have preferred an entire hour of just the mom and her daughters in Tijuana. But this season is going to be about Chantel's issues with Pedro. As you know, when we first were introduced to this couple on 90 Day Fiancé, it was about her introducing him and his issues with the family. Last season, the family versus his family played out during the season. And it was actually, at first I wasn't sure how the season was going in season 3. And I was like, wow, we're getting a real story here. Then to find out that Pedro's story about his dad and his long lost brothers were fake. Maybe the dad story part was true, but he knew his brothers years before this. I feel like this is just breaking down all of these pre-produced moments. So this episode, again, I'm not interested in Nicole, her love life. I know someone just said we're going to get Alejandro next week. Don't care. I really don't even care about beef between Chantel and Pedro. I really don't. Pedro wants her to, he's like, I had your back when it took you how many years to become a nurse. I'm adding that last part. So their issue is that she's not cooking and cleaning, even though she's working as a nurse. She's probably she's carrying the household. She's a nurse. What is Alejandro doing for work? You know what I mean? Alejandro, not Alejandro. What is Pedro doing for work? So Courtney says, Kempire, I feel this energy. River is still on the show. We didn't see him this week, but yeah. K11 says, yes, so true, Kempire. I really felt bad for Pedro about his dad. Me too. I felt like, oh my God, this was such a real story. And then to find out that it wasn't real, and now they're completely ignoring it in season 4. But at the same time, still kind of vibrating off that same energy of what happened with the beef between Pedro and his own family, and now the issues that he's having with Chantel this season. Courtney says Pedro sells homes. Okay. I mean, that could definitely make more than a nurse. But is he really? Tina says, I saw on IG that Pedro is a realtor. Okay. Well, I'm happy for Pedro. He did cut his hair, Deborah. River says, please cut your hair. He did cut his hair. Did you see a recent picture of him? Did he cut this part? I can't remember if I saw him cut off this little, whatever this was he was called. I Love You says, how did the lie come out? There was an actual picture that they had posted on social media that people found with Pedro and his long lost brothers years before last season. Exactly. Thank you, Mickey. It's feast or famine as a realtor. There's a lot of money in real estate. Don't get me wrong. We know this. We love to talk about real estate here on the channel. But you just never know. A nurse? Just saying. All right. Let me see. Holly says Pedro has a little freedom and now he thinks the grass could be greener. A lot of people think that and are wrong. Ooh. All right. Exactly, KK. And Nicole was in that picture with the long lost brothers. So they all were in on it. Exactly. The Reddit detectives found the photo of Pedro with his brothers. Exactly. All right. Social media should have been scrubbed. Not when people are on it. Just be authentic. I don't need you to scrub the internet. Just be authentic. That's more entertaining for us to watch. I'm going to give, the family Chantel another shot this season because I'm glad I stuck it out for season 3 because I thought season 3 ended up being a solid season. But we shall see. We shall see. Mrs. Jasper says, so the fight with the family not real? Nope. Jean says, Kemp, you need to review Seeking Sister Wives. This season's gonna be juicy. A lot of you told me last season to do it, and I didn't. I might have to add that to our lineup for Tuesday Takeover. Guys, if you're just joining us, Tuesday Takeover is where we talk about reality TV shows that we don't get a chance to do separate lives to talk about, including 90 Day Fiancé, Below Deck. Now we're talking about Below Deck Down Under, The Family Chantel, and maybe Seeking Sister Wives. Because I remember last season, you guys were like, you need to get into that. We also did I Raised a Mama's Boy, or I Love a Mama's Boy. There we go. So stay tuned for all of that, guys. I'm going to go rest my voice for the rest of the day. I will be live again at 5:30 p.m. Eastern for our Love Match Atlanta recap at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. The link is now available. Be sure to check out everything that you may have missed this week so far in regards to pop culture news. Because here on the channel, we don't just talk about reality TV or do reality TV recaps. We talk about everything in pop culture. And again, it is Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Get a little bit of our first time ever merch for Pride. Be sure to check it out at TheKempire.com/shop. Thank you to all of you that have already purchased something or supported us in any way that you could. We appreciate it. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Corp members. We appreciate you guys as well. To become a member, head on over to TeamKempire.com/join. All right, /join. So be sure to check that out. So Jared, it's back. How did I miss it? I need to go check that out. We'll have to add it back to our lineup next week for Tuesday Takeover, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be doing our watch party. I think that'll be enough time for me to get some more rest. Our watch party on TikTok. We appreciate you all being here as well for our watch party for Beverly Hills and the Real Housewives of Dubai. And then on Thursday, we'll be doing our Beverly Hills and Dubai recaps as well. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Guys, don't forget to show some love to our moderators because especially today, we had a lot of spam coming in the live chat on YouTube. So thank you to all of you, to our moderators. Don't forget to thank them for allowing us to have a fun dialogue and a safe space. Guys, have a great rest of your afternoon. I will see you guys at 5:30 p.m. Eastern for Love Match Atlanta recap. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you all. Replay crew, we haven't forgotten about you. What did you think about some of the things that we talked about in this live? Let's continue that conversation in the comments section. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.